On problem 17, we're told one endpoint of a segment, and we're told the midpoint of that segment. And we want to find the length of that segment. Well, I think what we'll do here is we'll look at this segment geometrically. So I'm going to estimate my points. I know point A, or one endpoint I should say, which I'm going to assume is point A, is at -3 and 5. And we know the midpoint of this segment is at 2 and -6. I'll say that's right there. Now let's look at the x's. What's happening in your x coordinates? You're going from -3 to +2. Well, the way I look at that, that means you're going to the right 5, because -3 plus 5 is 2. Well, that means I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to add 5 more. 2 plus 5 is 7. Now I'll look at my y coordinates. I'm going from 5 to -6. Well, that means we're going down 11. We'll continue that on. -6 minus 11 is -17. Now I want to find the distance between -3, 5 and 7, -17. So we're going to use our distance formula. When finding the distance between 2 points, first subtract the x's and then subtract the y's. Now square both these numbers and find out their sum. Take the distance or square root, and then you are done. There's a little song for you. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to subtract my x's. So I'm going to say 7 minus a -3 squared plus -17 minus 5 squared. Well, when you subtract a negative, you add. So 7 plus 3 is 10 squared. -17 minus 5 is -22 squared. Well, let's square both these terms. So 10 squared is 100. -22 squared is a positive number, so that's 484. We'll add those two up. 100 plus 484 is 584. And then we need to simplify that. So I take the square root of 584. I notice that 4 is a factor of 584. So I'm going to kind of make a factor tree here. So let's take out my calculator. I'm going to take 584. And I'm going to divide that by 4. And I get 146. So I get the square root of 4 times the square root of 146. Well, I notice 2 goes into 146. So 2 goes into 146 73 times. But 73 is prime. Nothing goes into it. So what this is the square root of 4 times the square root of 2 times the square root of 73. Well, the square root of 4 is a positive 2. 2 and 72, none of them, you can't find a square root that's a whole number. It's the square root of 2 or 72. So I'm going to multiply those together, and I get 146. Whoops. I just said 70. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to confuse you. It's 73, and I wrote down 72. 2 times 73 is 146. I had 73 in my mind, but I wrote down 72. That'd be kind of confusing. There's your answer. That's the exact answer for that distance problem. Is 2 times the square root of 146.